Concendo sodalitas. Intuition, the teacher of teachers. The illusion of expansion within the perfect universe. Greetings, beloved fratres and sorores of Concendo. There is always a limit to universal understanding, so long as phenomenal realities are analyzed solely through the mental prism. The mind, with its dual conceptions, such as right and wrong, time and space, self and other, is incapable of reaching the depth of consciousness, which exists beyond the Newtonian planes where time flows linearly and space is measured in distances. Such concepts, though useful in daily life, become barriers when we seek to unveil the essence of what we are. To attain such an elevated level of understanding, it is necessary to transcend exclusive identification with the mind and its structures, limited by ego, time, and space. The mind, as a sublime instrument, should not be abandoned but recontextualized. From master, it becomes servant of consciousness. It is in this silence of the conceptual mind that pure intuition arises as the royal path to hidden wisdom, a knowing that cannot be explained in words, but is apprehended directly through buddhi, pure intuition. This knowledge reveals itself individually in moments of inner stillness. Yet its ineffable essence escapes complete capture through ordinary means of communication, such as speech or writing. By relinquishing conceptual thought, we reach sublime levels of comprehension, unattainable to those who remain bound to rational analyses. Imagine someone attempting to measure the volume of the ocean with a spoon. The mind is such a spoon, useful for small portions, but powerless before vastness. At each stage of development in the journey of Concendo sodalitas, concepts are refined and, at times, may appear to contradict what was previously stated. Yet, there is no real contradiction. Everything depends on the degree of reach of the fractal observing the theme. Thus, some affirmations made under mental understanding may appear contradictory when evaluated from the plane of consciousness. By its very nature, the mind generates an endless sequence of questions and layers, a cycle without end that frustrates those who seek answers solely from this angle. Sustained by duality, it always compares, measures, and hierarchizes, moving along interminable paths that never lead to a real objective. It is like imagining a purpose located at the highest step of an infinite ladder, transforming that intent into something unattainable and vain. The mind is restricted and, at a certain point, confronts an impenetrable barrier, a wall preventing it from probing the deepest mysteries. We have often stated that the one God, the perfect one source, is an abstraction. Any attempt to think of it limits and fragments it. Every concept, however lofty it may appear, proves superfluous before intuitive abstraction. By abandoning the conceptual mind, we may finally intuit consciousness, the one source as absolute fullness. God, the one source, when intuited beyond thought, requires no expansion. All possible experiences, with their countless flavors of joy, pain, light, and shadow, are the very unity, existing timelessly and completely. It is as though the universe were a book already written, which we reread page by page in the illusion of time. At this point, intuition reveals that the universe is perfect as it is. Expansion, improvement, is but a dream fashioned by the mind, which sees movement where there is only plenitude. What seems contradictory to the intellect, the expansive, defective being versus the perfect being, is harmonious in the intuitive vision. The Source, when perceived in its essence, radiates this completeness to its fractalizations, to its characters, ourselves. We are at once the seemingly imperfect character who lives the story, the author supposedly devoid of dramas who writes it, and the perfect source in manifestation. Thus, some positive currents of esoteric philosophy affirm that there is nothing to improve, nothing to seek, nothing to pursue, nothing to desire. We already are the perfect externalization of the Perfect One Source, and all scenarios of forms, mountains, stars, emotions, are born of its expressive nature. We are perfect in the now and in the always. What prevents us from living this perfection are the masks of ego, constructed throughout life. Each character we play in mental existences, the worker, the dreamer, the seeker, is a masquerade concealing the perfect being behind the stage. Our role, then, is not to improve perfection, but to live the adventure with intensity until, at its climax, we awaken within it, transmuting the illusions that obscure it. From the broadest possible perspective, guided by pure intuitive perception, the Absolute One Source has no defined purpose, for it is already complete. We are left to intuit that the expression of all infinite mental scenarios, this vast cosmic theater, arises solely from its innate nature to manifest in a spontaneous divine play, the Lila, free from the tyranny of a why. It is like love. We love and are loved not because we were taught, nor because there is a reason, but because it is part of our essence. By prioritizing intuitive abstraction, we perceive that we already are the perfect expression of the Source. There is nothing to seek, for all that we are and all that exists is already the full manifestation of divine perfection. Our action in the world, then, is a celebration of this perfection, a conscious dance with the Source, with ourselves in the infinite. Thus the Source expresses itself, and we, its reflections, dance within this expression. It remains for us to silence the mind, dissolve the fantasies, and allow our infinite self, the very Source, to shine through us in the eternal now. In the eternity of the I Am, with sincere vows of awakening. Concendo sodalitas.